Thank you for taking some time for yourself. You can allow yourself to remember a night where the stars felt closer, as if the whole sky was breathing with you. Some people say they've felt a kind of pull, a sensation, as if the stars themselves were whispering a direction. I once met someone who experienced that same feeling and discovered something inside them they had forgotten they were looking for. Have you ever thought about whether the same starlight touches every part of the earth, or whether it chooses a path like destiny chooses a soul? You can begin to notice how your body feels, just as the earth gently tilts into rest beneath the slow dance of the sky. You can experience a kind of calm that grows when your mind reaches upward and then gently floats down, like a falling star slipping silently through space. Do you know what the stars in the sky were doing the day you were born? Or where do you think they are now? As you relax deeper into that thought, some say the stars steer fate, others say they reflect it. But you can allow yourself to experience what it feels like to simply drift, as if you are part of a constellation yourself, a single shining point connected to a greater pattern that's always been there. Your breathing can slow, just like the turning of the earth slows the day. And with each slow inhale and each even slower exhale, you can feel yourself letting go of the need to control anything at all, because the stars have always moved without asking permission. And maybe you've been waiting to remember what it's like to not be in charge. You can't stop the sky from turning. You don't have to. You can have the experience of being held by something greater than anything you've ever had to manage. Just like the planets trust gravity, just like the flowers trust the sun, just like you can trust this moment to hold you. And as your body settles deeper and deeper still, you might start to realize how many things already know exactly what to do without needing your interference. And in this state, where even thought becomes starlight drifting by, you can allow whatever happens next to unfold exactly as it was written on the day the sky saw you. And now, as your body rests more easily, you might begin to notice a certain place inside yourself that just feels safe. Did you know there's a sensation in your body right now? Maybe it reminds you of being held, protected. Might be a warmth in your chest, a soft heaviness in your arms, even the space between each breath, the stillness that gently cradles you. You can allow that feeling to grow You can imagine it as a soft light, a glow like the distant shimmer of a star that knows you. And any time, in any part of this journey, you can return to this feeling, this calm center, just by remembering that light. It's yours. It's been with you all along. And I wonder if you can remember a time, maybe long ago, when the world felt just a little bit bigger than you could understand, and yet somehow it still felt safe. Perhaps a time when someone told you everything was going to be all right, and you believed them. Do you know whether your hands were smaller then? And as you step into this night, maybe you're lying down beneath a sky full of stars. Notice how vast it feels, how little of it you can control. You can't shift the moon, you can't rearrange the constellations, you can't rush the sunrise, but what you can control is where you choose to lay down. Whether you soften your shoulders, whether you breathe in the quiet, whether you let the outside world keep spinning while you slow down. You might notice the air is cool and still, or the way the ground supports you, no matter what's overhead, guiding your breath, your thoughts, your pace. And that's where rest lives, so you can just be yourself. And as you lie there now, maybe you've noticed how still your body has become. The way your breath just moves on its own. You're not controlling it, it just happens, like the stars above you. You didn't place them there. You didn't have to guide them into those constellations, yet they showed up every night, steady, predictable, without needing anything from you. It's strange, isn't it? How something so vast can keep moving without your permission. And maybe your mind has been taught to look outward, to search the sky for meaning, to assume that power always lives out there, in the stars, in fate, in things beyond your reach. But here's something wild. Your body already knows how to sleep. Your nervous system already knows how to let go. It's not out there, it's in here. The more you allow that, the easier it becomes, like gravity pulling you gently down into warmth, into stillness, into quiet. No effort, no pressure, just noticing and allowing. Have you ever wondered if the reason it's been so hard to rest is because you've been waiting for permission, waiting for the world to calm down so you can calm down, waiting for the right playlist, the right moon phase, the right amount of silence, as if sleep lives somewhere out there in the stars, in your phone screen, in someone else's timing. Maybe no one told you that your body isn't waiting for the world, it's waiting for you. Because the truth is, when you're always looking outward, trying to control what's beyond your reach. You miss the place where power actually lives, inside, in that quiet space behind your thoughts, in the stillness that's already forming beneath your skin, in the nervous system that doesn't need stars to align, to know how to slow, how to soften, how to rest. So what if the distortion wasn't your inability to sleep, but the belief that something external had to grant you permission to? And what if you've had permission all along, long ago, before clocks and calendars ticked and turned in their cold mechanical ways? There were people who lived by the rhythm of the stars. Among them, the Mayan stood tall, watchers of the heavens, keepers of time. They didn't just measure the days, they named them. Each child born into the world was gifted the name of the day, one of the 18,980 unique identities generated by 3 sacred chronologies spinning together in a grand 52-year cycle. 13 numbers danced with 20 sacred day signs across 1,460 rotations of the earth. To the Mayan, every name was a message, every day a divine signature. In one of the few remaining Mayan codas, a quiet miracle sits linked on ancient bark, the cycles of Venus, plotted with uncanny precision. Their priests tracked the morning star's journey for 384 years, determining its yearly path as 584 days. Today, scientists measure it at 583.92, a difference so small it whispers across centuries. We were listening to. But this wasn't just about the stars, it was the work. Not the work of toil and labour, but the real work. What the alchemists later called the magnum opus. What prophets called a marvellous work and a wonder. A collective, focused, sacred task involving time, food, fasting, and the invisible architecture of spirit. A kind of science fiction before fiction had a name. And then came the deck, not just any deck, but the deck of 52. The same number as weeks in a year, a mirror of the Mayan spin. The name of suits is the 4 seasons, the 4 elements, the 4 quarters of the turning of the wheel of time. Hearts, clubs, diamonds, spades, sun, fire, earth, water. A silent language passed down through generations. Each card, like the Mayan glyphs, held symbols and meaning and messages waiting for a reader, waiting to be decoded. In the hands of the ancients, cards weren't for gambling. They were revelations, signs, each suit a signal, each number a code. Just as the Egyptian scarab rolled its ball, a tiny spinning sun, so did the cards spin stories, tales of agriculture, astronomy, and the birth of civilization around lush river valleys. And yet, deeper still, beneath time and stars, beneath suits and names, another intelligence stirred, ones with roots, ones that bloomed, plants, to those with ears to hear, eyes to see. The plants speak, not in words, but in signatures, a universal language of shapes, colours, scents and forms. The curl of a leaf, the hue of a berry, spiral of a flower, all encoded with messages, living books written in liquid crystal. They speak in the same symbolic tongue as the cards, same as the Mayan glyphs, the same language of dreams, each plant a teacher, each cell a record, each fruit a gift, a little living book from the tree of knowledge, water-soluble databanks of consciousness, feeding the fountain of intuition and imagination. Flowers, yes, but more accurately, flowers, streams of life, bouquets of wisdom. From the rivers of green thought emerged the wheel of opus, the great spinning wisdom of life. It turns not just through time, but through consciousness, and those who listen to the whisper of plants, the shuffle of cards, the pulse of the stars. They are part of the real work, the hidden work, the work that dreams civilizations into being. So when you next draw a card, sip tea, plant a seed, listen, there's a message there, a name, a sign, a spinning truth from the wheel of opus, and it's been waiting for you. And now, as you sit with all that you've seen and remembered, the stars, the memory, the quiet truth you've touched, you might begin to notice a soft ache, a feeling that something inside is beginning to move, as if the weight of holding back was never yours to carry for this long. You can allow the emotion to rise now if it wants to. You might cry, you might sigh, you might just feel a release without any explanation at all. And that's perfectly okay, because this is how the body says, I'm done holding on to this. This is how the mind whispers, I'm free now. You might begin to realize that the feeling isn't you. It was just something you were carrying, as if it were a cloud or a mist, an echo that no longer needed to stay. You can allow it to drift now, fade, dissolve, or maybe even transform into something different, something new. What if that story you carried, the one where others held the power, wasn't wrong, just incomplete? Maybe the stars were always guiding you, but because you were the one who asked them to. Maybe the stars were always guiding you, but only because you were the one asking them to. Maybe fate is just the name we give to the choices we forgot we made long ago. And maybe now you can begin to see yourself not as a character in someone else's plan, but as the author, dreaming the stars into place. You can reframe this now to see it again from the inside of your own strength. Feel your own hand on the compass. Do you know what happens to old beliefs when you stop feeding them? They don't disappear right away, but they start to lose their shape. They lose their voice, and in the space they leave behind, new clarity begins to grow. You might feel it, like a warmth where doubt used to live, or like a breath that finally goes all the way in. What if your memory itself was just a canvas, and now you're the one holding the brush? Now that you've seen what was always inside you, you can let that part shine brighter. What would it feel like if that new voice inside, the one that knows how to choose, how to trust, how to move forward, was the voice that speaks first tomorrow morning and every day after that? You can amplify that sensation now. Turn up the volume, feel it expand through every part of you that used to hesitate. You've been carrying your answer this whole time. And now you remember. Let's step forward for now, just a little ahead in time, into a future you, one who lives with this new knowing, this new center, this inner compass. Where are they? How do they speak, walk, decide? You can become that version now, right now. Feel what it's like to live as someone who knows, I choose, I create, I carry the stars within. And anytime you need this feeling again, this calm, this clarity, this connection, you can come back to it by simply remembering a single word: stillness. And when you say or even think of that word, your body remembers this experience. Your mind opens the door, and you can return to this centered, powerful awareness anytime you choose. The stars will still be there, but now you shine too. There's nothing more for you to do. No more remembering, no more deciding. Just allow yourself to float down into a sleep that takes care of everything. A sleep that rewires gently, integrates softly, and drifts you into a deeper state than you've ever known in some time. Your breath continues slowly, evenly. Your limbs grow heavier. Your voice of the day grows quiet. You can allow yourself now to fall asleep fully and completely, knowing that when you wake, you'll carry the light of this journey within you. And for now, just sleep. Just rest. Just be. The stars are watching, and you are dreaming them too. You're perfect, just as you are.